Hey, good evening. It's Tuesday, September 15th. It's great to be with you tonight, and thanks for being here. Tonight I'm going to look at a passage from Isaiah. And it's a passage which describes the problem that the northern kingdom of Israel had and why God sent Isaiah the prophet to warn them and to let them know the judgment that is coming. But in the book of Isaiah, the prophet describes the problems that Israel had, specifically the northern kingdom, Israel. There's really nothing good to say about these people as a kingdom. Right from the beginning, they followed, as the kingdom was split between Rehoboam and Jeroboam, son of Nebat. The northern kingdom was basically a kingdom of convenience. Jeroboam set up 2 alternative worship centers so that they wouldn't go down to Jerusalem, but he wanted to preserve his kingdom. And the people were kind of a hybrid of things, a little truth, a little pagan culture. They followed the Baals, as we see Ahab demonstrate for us. And they took things of God and they took away the relationship and replaced it with man-made rules. And many folks today, the reason their Christianity is weak and powerless, because the reason why it doesn't give you the ability to sleep at night, the reason why it doesn't bring peace, is because what is being taught is not biblical truth, but man-made rules, regulations, and thoughts. And this is exactly the problem that the northern kingdom of Israel had. And what God is telling Isaiah the problem is. So we read in verse 13 of chapter 29, so the Lord says, these people say they are mine. Sound familiar? They honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. See, the biblical religion, Christianity, true Israel, it was always about the heart. Never about the rules that we keep, as if the rules can make us right. They can't. So their hearts are far from me, and their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules learned by rote. See, that's a very good functioning definition of legalism, where we think we can have these rules in place and somehow God will be happy with us. That I perform well, God will be happy with me. If you're a parent and you're working with your children, and what you're giving them is a set of house rules that help you function well as a house, but they don't point to God, and it's not about the heart. You see, religion of the heart, Christianity of the heart, is messy. It takes time, a lot of energy. Well, the northern kingdom, being consistent with the way they were, they skipped that part and went to the convenience part. They followed Jeroboam, son of Nebat's lead, setting up their own worship centers, doing things their own way. Their own golden calves, if you will. That's legalism. It looks good, it sounds good, it has good reasoning behind it, but it's not the religion of the heart. When Jesus was asked, what are the greatest commandments? He said, the first thing is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Not to repeat back commands, not to do things by rote. So the challenge here is these people, they honor me with their lips. They say they're mine, but their hearts are far from me. And how can we tell that? Because their worship is based upon stuff that people make up. Not really true scriptural based stuff, but man-made rules that humans make. And they're learned by rote, not out of love of heart, not out of relationship, but repetition, stuff. Getting it right, performance. Their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules learned by rote. See, God isn't interested in that. He's interested in your heart, in the struggles that you have, in the difficulties that you have, and the joy that you have. It's all a matter of the heart, which is what we've been looking at in Proverbs chapter 4. These people didn't guard their hearts with the truths of God. They chose to protect themselves with rules made by men. So if Christianity seems a little bit distant to you, or seems not very satisfying, maybe you have the same problem that the Northern Kingdom did. Following things learned by rote, rules made up by men. Make sure that the things you're taught are solid, biblically based truths, not the traditions of men. And that's the thought for this night. These are important words. We need to hang on to God. We've got to guard our hearts. Rest well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.